Hi, and welcome to another episode of Book a Better Me. And apologies for last month, like I didn't post any book last month because I had exams and then I got pretty sick. Because of that, I was not able to do that. And in my last podcast, I said that I'll make it up for it, and I actually did. But for that, you'll have to wait till the end of the episode. And before I start the book, I'll just give a very small disclaimer that since it's a video and it's very since it's a video and I have time constraint, because of that I'll not be able to cover the whole summary of the book. So I'll just stick to the most important part of the summary. And if you want to read the whole summary, you can always go to the newsletter. Link would be in the description. So with that, I'll begin. So book of the month is this, The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And before I begin with the summary, I'll give you a brief, like my views on the book. Like while I was reading it, there was some part of the book where I was like, wait, is this even possible? I don't even trust it. And then there were parts where it was making sense to me, like I was thinking from philosophical and other aspects as well, like religious and faith, those kind of perspective, and it was making sense to me. So it was an amazing book, and I'm going to try these things. Like he actually says that if you really convince your, like if I have to sum up this whole book in one sentence, it would be, if you convince your subconscious and you truly believe into something, then you can get it. It can be anything, like perfect health, success, recovery from a disease, anything. And with that, I'll start the summary. Okay, so author says that there are two levels of your mind. One is the conscious, the rational level, and the other is subconscious or the irrational level. Your conscious mind works while you are awake. It is the rational part, like it thinks, it questions. Like you see something and you question it, is this possible? No, I don't believe that. The less agreeable part, this is your consciousness. Everything, like me speaking something, this is part of my consciousness. I am learning something, that is my consciousness. I am willing to do something, like let's say I'm lifting a heavy weight which I don't want to, like my body is like leave it, and still I'm like no, I'll lift it. So that kind of part is done by a conscious mind. So it works while you are awake. Okay. And the other part is your subconscious mind. It works every time while you are awake, while you are sleeping, and this is why the author says it's very powerful. Like your subconscious mind does things like pumping your blood, breathing, digestion, and other things. Like you are constantly growing your hair, you are not doing it consciously, your subconscious mind is doing that. This is the power of your subconscious mind. And the thing with subconscious mind is that it's not rational, that is, it doesn't think. So you tell your subconsciousness something with your true belief, okay, and it will believe you, it won't ask a question. And for this, author gives an example. He gives an example that let's say you go to a random person who is going to cruise for the first time. You go to him and you tell him that mate, you are looking pale and weak and you even look scared. I think you are going to have seasickness for sure. Since that guy is traveling by the ship for the first time, he will get scared, and his subconscious mind will eventually make him believe that he is getting seasick. If you go to a seaman who has been to hundreds of cruises and you tell him the same thing, he would be like, either he will laugh at your joke or he will get annoyed and he will ask you to move away from him. So the important factor here was believing. So a seaman who has been to hundreds of cruises know that he won't get seasick. He knows it very well. So even when you try to convince him that he will, he doesn't, because he knows the reality. But a person who is going to the cruise for the first time, they don't know anything and they're gullible to that. This is how your mind works. That semen is like consciousness. In a way, yes, that you told him something, they questioned it, no. They didn't believe you. They questioned and they tried to disagree with you. While the random person, that random person is like subconsciousness. They didn't question you, they just took in what you told them. Author also tells stories where people told their subconsciousness things they wanted daily, and eventually those things happened. He says that subconscious mind has a power to do everything. He gives an example on how a man with TB told his subconscious mind that he is going to be healthy. The natural state of the body is healthy. His subconscious mind has the power to heal it, and within a month he started showing miraculous recovery. So, like, if you would look at it, it seems I don't believe this, but it was an example in the book, and I think that these things actually work even in like more in context of like studying and money related. For example, if you are someone who's like, I don't like money, I'm going to be poor always, these things happen to me, then you're telling your subconscious mind these things, and your subconscious mind will do the same thing. But if you are someone who's pretty chilled out, they know they are going to be rich, they are going to have a lot of money, they can imagine that, then they will find one way or other to get money. Let's say, there was this example of a boy who wanted to become a doctor. So he would tell every day that he is going to be a doctor, I am a doctor, and he would imagine himself doing operation, people congratulating him, people thanking him for saving his life. There would be his clinic, and in the back there would be his degree where his name would be written in bold letters. He would imagine this daily, and so he was very poor, so he didn't really have the money, but he was used to work in a doctor's office, so he would do these things, and because of this the doctor took interest in him, and he started giving him other works like sterilizing tools and other things. Impressed by his skills, doctor used his own money to send the boy for studying the medical science. So if you would look at it, it was just the sheer will of that guy that he wanted to become a doctor, and that came from within, that came from his subconscious mind. So author discusses a few of different method of convincing your subconscious mind, and one method is the sleeping method. So author tells that before you are going to sleep, when you are in a drowsy state, then tell yourself that these are the things you want. The reason he says that you should do this while sleeping is because when you are sleepy, your conscious mind is at rest, so it won't question things. Like right now, if you would start telling yourself that I am imagining myself with $1 billion, and I have every thinkable car parked in my lawn. If you think that, even in the back of your mind you will have this thought, wait, this is stupid, I don't think this works. And that thought is not good for your subconscious mind. Because of that thought, what you really want is not able to come to reality. So to prevent you from that, author tells you to go to a sleepy state, like lie down, and when you are a little sleepy, start telling yourself these things, that I want this, I believe in the power of subconscious mind, it has infinite power and it will do everything. You repeat this multiple times and you do this every day, and the results will be there. He also mentions that sometimes the results are not fast, some things are that quick, while others are very time taking. They may not happen instantly. And about the making up part, like I missed the last book, so because of that I decided to give away free ebooks. Like I'll explain how they are free. Like you'll go to the link and then you can just simply buy there. Their price is 0 rupees, so you are essentially buying it for free. So the first book is Think and Grow Rich. I have already covered this book in a summary, so I thought it would be a very nice giveaway, and I hope you go and actually read the book. I'm telling you this, that book is amazing, like really amazing. And the other book is Nikola Tesla, Imagination and the Man That Invented the 20th Century. Nikola Tesla doesn't get enough credits, like he really doesn't. It's actually a very short book. I think it had like 35 or 40 pages, so you can just read it in a single sitting of 1 hour, and I hope you do. To claim this book, just go to the link in the description and click buy, and then you can read it on your Kindle app or Kindle Cloud Reader. And with that, I'll end today's episode. Thank you and have a nice day.